Hello viewers and welcome to today's edition of the news. First a look at the headlines. India formally assumes G20 presidency for 1 year. Prime Minister Modi says will work to promote universal sense of oneness. Polling for the first phase of assembly elections in Gujarat held today. MEGHALAYA's nursing officers recruitment exam rescheduled for candidates of Meghalaya. And World AIDS Day observed in Shillong. And now the news in detail. India formally assumed the G20 presidency today for 1 year. Several events will be held across the country, including the lighting of 100 monuments with the G20 logo to mark the occasion. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said India's G20 agenda will be inclusive, ambitious, action-oriented and decisive. He said that India's G20 presidency will work to promote this universal sense of oneness, and hence India's theme is One Earth, One Family, One Future. The Prime Minister said this is not just a slogan, but it takes into account recent changes in human circumstances, which we have collectively failed to appreciate. He also urged the citizens to join together to make India's G20 presidency a presidency of healing, harmony and hope. Polling for the first phase of assembly polls in Gujarat was held today. Around 57% voting turnout has been recorded till 5 p.m. in 89 assembly constituencies of Saurashtra, Kutch and South Gujarat. Madhya Pradesh Governor Mangubhai Patel, Union Minister Parsottam Rupala, Darshina Ben Josh, former Chief Minister Vijay Rupani, former Karnataka Governor Vajubhai Vala, BJP's State President C.R. Patil, Congress leader Paresh Dhanani cast their votes today. A total of 788 candidates are in the fray for the first phase of polling, including 14 former ministers. Meanwhile, campaigning for the second phase has intensified today, as only 3 days are left for the campaigning to end. MEGHALAYA has rescheduled the online computer-based nursing officers recruitment exam for candidates of Meghalaya who are unable to reach and appear for the exams on December 2nd at Guwahati owing to the prevailing situation. BJP MLA A.L. Hek said that he had taken up the matter with Assam Chief Minister and even MEGHALAYA's director, after which the notification was issued today. However, the examination shall proceed as per schedule.
After we got the problem that grievances facing by the student, so we took up immediately and spoke to the Honorable CM of Assam, and we told that the center is going to be held at Guwahati, which is very difficult for our student coming from Shillong because of the prevailing situations. So definitely after we have appealed to the Honorable of CM, Shri Himanta Biswaji, he immediately took a decision and told the DC of Kamrup immediately to stop all the exam of MEGHALAYA to be held at Guwahati for the student of Meghalaya.
Along with the rest of the world, World AIDS Day was observed in Shillong today. Speaking on the occasion, Principal Secretary of Health and Family Welfare Department Sampath Kumar said that the government is trying its every bit to create awareness about HIV/AIDS, while stressing that there is also a need for the society and the government to work together in eradicating the stigma associated with the disease.
Quality and treatment. Number two,
the idea is that how actually the government can provide that sensitive support to the people living with HIV. So for that, systems have been set up. Those systems actually, in fact, because of those systems, like today, we have heard, a boy like Mr. Sangma could able to see that like there is a hope, and he could able to say that like the virus has been suppressed. It's a great, so the great story of medicine and great story of public health, great story of a committed government. That's something that is a very, very important thing.
The Border Security Force Meghalaya Frontier is celebrating its 58th Raising Day today. On this occasion, Inderjeet Singh Rana, IG BSF Meghalaya, stated that the BSF Meghalaya Frontier is strongly dominating the 444-kilometre stretch of international border with Bangladesh and undertaking various confidence-building measures and public outreach programs to cement the relationship with border population of Meghalaya. He said that during the year, the BSF Meghalaya Frontier seized smuggled goods of more than rupees 25 crore, which include cattle, drug and narcotics, gold and various other items. He said troops of BSF Meghalaya left no stone unturned to make the border safe and tranquil. It may be mentioned that the BSF was raised on the 1st of December 1965 by Padma Vibhushan K.F. Rustam IPS.
It is our duty to look after the interest of the local population also and the security situation also on the international border. We consider both the things, and we always work with the state agencies. We are working in a very good coordination with the state agencies.
The Indo-Bangla border hut located in Kalaichar of southwest Garo Hills district, Meghalaya, and Balia Mari in Kurigram district of Bangladesh has resumed trade on Wednesday after a gap of more than a year due to COVID-19 restrictions in the presence of the district administration officials from both the countries. Earlier, the border hut was closed down in March 2020 due to COVID-19 and reopened in January 2021. However, it was soon shut down shortly after in view of the second wave of the pandemic. During the reopening of the hut, the administration from the Indian side was represented by AVD Shira, Additional Deputy Commissioner Ampati, along with a team of officials from district administration and the district police. As the border trade reopened, the border residents were visibly excited as they would now be able to resume their business after months of uncertainty and earn a decent livelihood before the start of the Christmas festivities.
So it's been a privilege for us to come and get all this border hut reopened today. And I think from now onwards, we look forward to, like befitting the transaction from both sides, from both countries.
Residents of Shillong, Jeevat Bablu Vaswani and Nanik Kataria, both members of Operation Cleanup, who are in Qatar to watch the FIFA World Cup football match, also did their part in cleaning up the stands in the stadium after the game was over. It may be mentioned here that Bablu is also doing his every bit in making Shillong city beautiful and clean. And now here is the weather report. The maximum temperature recorded was 21.1 degrees Celsius, while the minimum temperature was 10.3 degrees Celsius. Relative humidity in the morning was 67%, while in the evening it stood at 74%. The forecast: weather is most likely to remain dry. Our news bulletin is also available live on our YouTube channel, Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. In addition to watching on television, viewers may visit the DD News Shillong YouTube channel to tune in to our daily bulletin. And before we conclude, a look at the headlines once again. India formally assumes G20 presidency for 1 year. Prime Minister Modi says will work to promote universal sense of oneness. Polling for the first phase of assembly elections in Gujarat held today. NAGRIM's Nursing Officers Recruitment Exam rescheduled for candidates of Meghalaya. And World AIDS Day observed in Shillong. And that's a wrap of today's edition of the news. Thank you very much for joining us. And from all of us here, it's wishing you good night.